Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me. I thought I'd do a tutorial with the measurements of these tea bag pocket holders that I shared in my recent video. I did a project share of some projects using leftover digital prints by Kerry Ann, who is a Shabby Art Boutique, and I made some fun little projects, including this one here. So I thought I'd give you the measurements in case you would wanted to make one of these tea bag pocket holders, and then it also has a tag inside. And I just thought of making these and do a high tea get together with my daughters and my sister and a couple of our female friends, and I thought these would be perfect to use as a a table setting, and gift one of these tea bags in the pocket. This would also make a great idea for a cutlery holder. You can add some cutlery and a napkin and place it on a table setting. So I just thought I'd make one of these for them, and then I'll add a little tag or a name tag and attach it to the side here, punch a little hole and put a little name tag, and I think that's going to look so pretty. It's a beautiful theme for high tea, I think. And these digitals are available from Kerry Ann's Etsy store, and it's the Teapot Fairies. So her Shabby Art Boutique store is just full of amazing digitals. But I'm going to show you how to make the pocket, and I'll give you the measurements for the tag as well if you wanted to add your tea bag in there. But with this pocket, I used plain A4 cardstock paper, and then I embossed the front of the pocket because I didn't want it to look plain, and I thought it just decorated the pocket better. And I'll show you how to put your embossing folder with the pocket if you wanted to use an embossing folder. I won't run it through the machine, I'll just show you how I placed it. But let's make the pocket holder, and I'm using one of Kerry Ann's other digital collection. This is one of the wood grain background paper. It's Autumn Whispers digital kit, and I think this is one of my favorite wood grain prints that I've seen, and I think it's a great this pattern as well. So this one again, it's the Autumn Whispers digital kit. And so what I've done here, you want to cut your paper at 4 inches by 7¼ inches. And I'll put the measurements down below for you, for your reference, if you want to make a few of these. So what you want to do here, you're going to line your paper on the 4-inch side, and we're going to score in 1/2 inch on both sides. So I'm going to score on one side 1/2 inch, and you can turn it around this way and go again 1/2 inch. And then you're going to line your paper on the 7¼ inch side, and just have a look at your pattern. So I've got my pattern facing down, and I'm going to score it at 3 inches. So this part here is going to be the front of your pocket. So just have a look at the direction of your paper, or where you would like, what pattern you would like to face the front of your pocket. So you're just going to just gently fold it that way, for example, and have a look at your pattern. And if you're happy with the pattern like that, have your pattern on the left side. So on this side here, and then we're going to score at 3 inches. And that's all the scoring. So it's just 1/2 inch going in, and then on the long end is 3 inches. And we're just going to make a couple of cuts. Actually, not really much of a cut. Along here, you're just going to simply go in like that on one side, and then go in on the other side. So we're creating like a V shape, and up to that score line. And we'll do the same to the other side, just going into that score line and going that way as well. So now this is how your paper should look. I corner rounded these 2 top corners, so you could do that if you like. It also just decorates your pocket. And just before I assemble the pocket, I'm just going to just show you the embossing folder. So whatever embossing folder you have, you're just going to only emboss at the shorter part, which is the front of the pocket. So all I've done here was I've just gone in and placed the embossing folder that way and just lining the edge with the fold line. So all you're going to emboss is just this front part. So when you run it through your die cutting machine, you're going to have this pattern on the front and then it'll come out. So that's all I've done with that. So all we do next is we're just going to fold these two sides in. Just folding this in. And we'll bring the front part up where that score line is. Wrap these two sides to the back. And you can see now it looks like a pocket already. I also done a shorts video on making one of these as well. I'm not too sure what measurements I use, but I made a similar one. So you can also have a look at that for your reference. So you can make all different size pockets just using the same method, just depending on your measurements. I'm just going to now glue these two sides down, and that will close up your pocket. And there is your pocket to hold your tea bag, and then the measurements for the tag that I made for this one. This was actually one of the, well, Kerry-Ann has most of her digitals will have some tags if you decide to purchase any of the kits, and this size here is the largest size tag in any of the kits, and there's usually like 4 of these tags onto a page. And then all I done was I fussy cut the tag, but I trimmed the tag down so that it would fit in here, because it was a little bit wider, the tag, and it was also longer. So all I done was trim the sides here and then just reshape the top part of the tag around that side. And the length, you can leave the length if you want to. I did trim my length of the tag down a bit because I didn't want it to be too high, but that's up to you. That's the preference of your choice. But if you wanted to make your own tags, I did make them into different heights, but the width is the same. So the width of the tag is, I'll just bring my scoreboard so you can see the measurements. So the width of the tag, it's just a little bit over 2.5 inches. So it's about 2 5/8 of an inch. But you can do it at 2.5 inches wide if you just want an easy measurement. It'll just be a little bit narrow, and then that will just fit in there nicely. And the length is just whatever length you would like, or the height I should say. The height of your tag is whatever height you want your tag to be. These two, the height of this tag is 4.25 inches in height. 4.25 inches in height, and then the width is just a little bit over 2.5 inches. And that just fits flush with the top of the pocket, and I sort of didn't really want it like that. I wanted a little bit more like higher than the tag, than the pocket. So I made this size, and this one is 4.5 inches in height, same width. So you can see, I'll just show you with these two different ones. So you can see one is a little bit higher, but you decide how high. You can have it even as high as you like, even shorter if you wanted to. And then I've got one of the Teabag sachets, and you can just place it on the front like that with a double-sided tape, just a little bit, just enough to just keep it in place so it doesn't slide around. And then all I've done was, actually I might, I think I might just place that there so they could, then you can see what flavour of the tea is in the tea bag. If I can get the tape out. So then all you do is just place it where you like. And then it's nice to just have that peeking through up a little bit so they can kind of see that it is a tea bag in there. And then you can decorate the top of your tag with some trim, or another one of the little fussy cut images that I have here from the Teapot Fairies kit. And that's all there is to that. And I just think it's a fun little gift idea as well for packaging some tea bag sachets. And then you can also write a note on the back, or if you're playing some fun games, you can do like a little trivia question on the back of the tag, and give them like a trivia question to do, and just another fun game to do. And I just thought I'd just share with you these the measurements on how to make one of these tea bag pockets. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.